There are two episodes in this week's Sedra of Chukat that I would like to focus on briefly this afternoon. Chukat opens with the account of the Para Aduma, which, as all of us know, has baffled the rabbis throughout the ages. We are instructed to accept this law even while being incapable of understanding it. A famous midrash teaches that it was the one ritual Shlomo HaMelech could not comprehend. Perhaps an important lesson to be gleaned is that there is much we experience and witness in life which is beyond our intellectual capacity. Last week in Colorado, in an act of road rage, a man followed a vehicle occupied by a mother and her 3 children for several blocks before shooting the woman and 2 of the children at point-blank range. The victims of the shooting were 41, 13, and 8. A third boy, age 12, exited the car and got away. How are we to understand such tragic loss of innocent life, which, like the school shootings of recent years, is not uncommon? The Para Aduma reminds us that there is much about daily human existence that we are incapable of grasping. Perhaps the Sedra is best known for the Pasuk, which opens with the words, Vayarem Moshe et Yado, Vayach et Hasela. Moses raised his hand and struck the rock. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs notes that this incident occurs immediately after the death of Miriam. He suggests that the reason Moshe lost his temper may have been due to his bereavement over Miriam's death. After all, at this point in the Torah, there was nothing new about the Israelites complaining to Moshe. One might say that it had become commonplace. Moshe had a special relationship with Miriam. As we know from the accounts in the Torah covering from his birth through young adulthood, Moshe owed his identity to Miriam. Rabbi Sachs put it this way: without Miriam, he could never have become the human face of God to the Israelites, lawgiver, liberator, and prophet. Losing her, he not only lost his sister, he lost the human foundation of his life. Bereaved, you lose control of your emotions. You find yourself angry when the situation calls for calm. You hit when you should speak, and you speak when you should remain silent. I would like to extend Rabbi Sachs' point to apply to anyone who is experiencing grief or excessive stress, which can result, for example, from personal sickness, illness to a loved one, problems in a relationship, or the loss of a job. The thought I would like to leave you with is that when someone speaks to us in a tone that conveys anger or a lack of patience, before responding, let us take a step back to consider whether there is some extenuating circumstance in this individual's life, prompting the agitation in her or his voice. May we be granted the wisdom to listen and think before we respond.